Alright, I know a lot of people wanted to know um, why I enrolled into university so late. And I think for whatever school system is looking to hire somebody like me, I'm going to record myself in a thorough manner. Try to explain everything in the shortest way possible. Why I was late and to making a change. Okay, I'm going to start off when and keeping a timeline about I did not study music at first. I'm going to not lie to you. I remembered um, I was in Fletcher for a brief period of time between 2013 and 2015. Uh, Studying business, studying, I think it's under Office Systems Technology. The thing was, I had a semester or two that I think the last semester I did was fall of 2015, I believe. And what happened was, my grades got too bad to where I was placed under an uh, academic probation. Well, and this is gonna be I volunteered in a community band during my break of 5 years. I went into work for a little bit. Stuff like that I did until COVID hit. But when COVID hit, I kind of decided so I couldn't take the mask anymore. I couldn't take the panic, I should call it, between work and everything. The job kind of had to go. It's not. And the bigger challenges without facing NSU, and because I didn't know this at the time, the ages of an adult in most of our universities, and every school board needs to know if they're behind times. Some of the universities, including Nichols, they will accept students um, ages 25 and on up. So I know I had some of the bigger challenges when I went into university, and I can note that a while late I ended community college around I think it's 2015. Now I gotta do 10 years from my age to that. I was about oh god, I was about 22 maybe. Yeah, 22. Okay. So then I went from ages 22 to 27 ish, and kind of took a break. I started my college journey at Nichols when I got to be 28 years old. So to let you know, and especially the school system like Terrebonne Parish, Lafourche Parish, they all need to know that most of your universities are accepting people at that age. And for people like us, for me, I have started late. And that's a good reason why, because of the probation, the breaks, everything like that. And the biggest challenges I had to really face was one of my first ones was being older than my classmates. Like, I went in and I was 28 years old going into university for the first time. But it was my second time in college, first time in university. And the first time I went through something called a transfer. Because I was studying business, which I didn't do very well in. And I kind of decided I wanted to change to music instead. Since I kind of been active until COVID with community band. And so I did kind of that. And the biggest challenge is why I say I was older than my classmates. Truth is, I was. truth is, like, I had some of the classmates, like, a lot of them were, like, uh, younger, like 18, 19 year olds. Some of them were like 10 years younger than I was. Then the people I met that were around my age was the instructors, which it felt like a challenging time for someone like me. And cause I felt overly worried about how they would perceive me as a student, being around their age. And I remembered there was a day in my lessons which music majors they take lessons with their vocal, with the instruments. And there's the day where my percussion teacher and I we discussed the age difference between us. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know any of this. I thought I was the only one in my age bracket and everybody else is younger. But in a way, I felt like the faculty was very supportive of me. And they kind of understand where I am coming from, you know. Because I know there's one particular person that was ever mentioned that his mom went back to school for something being a little bit older. So it kind of made me feel, in a way, supported, you know, understood. And so I also found also having autism in that big campus, you know, of Nichols, by the way. I felt like I did have some differences between the classmates and the professors here and there, you know. But I remember the one piece of advice a wise person once told me. And a wise person told me that I should never use a disability as an excuse. So maybe because now I know I'm closed-minded when it comes to things, you know. I know I'm trying to find a way to get fully back into music now that, you know, it's just best for me. I know I was working on getting certified, and knowing the fact I was worried that some might not understand why I'm so late. But hey, but I want to kind of get to the point of this because I remember being around 28 years old, enrolling in school, being older, then having autism, and then having to ask for help with the professors during my for theory for every other class in between. Even had to go, and before this semester started, I had to go online to look up certain classes, like get some videos to help me with some of the classes that were kind of tough. And like it was my second semester of NSU, first year. I was taking trigonometry as a math requirement because I had my other maths already needed, and my advisor and I said we need to get myself into trig. So we did trig, and my mom and I talked about going online to YouTube and going type, okay, trigonometry videos to get me used to what I'm going to be learning. And I did that during the whole month of that winter break and got the hang of it by the time the semester started. And there are other times we had to do the same with other classes too. And it helped a long way, you know, and faculty were supportive either way. So I kind of went from, I was like 28, I finished at 31, almost 32 years old. Like graduated, and I was late at the process because you had to add the transferring. You had to add the actual the credits earned from transferring. You had to add the credits earned in the institution, and how long it took to finish everything. And for me, I took 2 years plus 5 is 7 plus 4. I'd say around 11 years it took me to get to my bachelor's degree, because counting my classes from Fletcher and counting my break and counting my my 4 years of NSU. And if I go certification, it'll take another year or 2 of that, as soon as I can find the right people to help, if God intends to. But it's okay if God doesn't, if God puts me somewhere else, And I want to thank all the faculty from NSU. I know you didn't know my full story of why I was late in finishing, but I know the fact I was cared for, and I hope you all took this to heart, and I will see you all on the flip side later.